We're here this evening in Old Newcastle, preparing to do a ghost tour. We've started with a wonderful dinner at the Arsenal on the Green, and we're here with Dr. Lou Demiri, the famous Delaware ghost hunter. Lou, can you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen this evening?
Well, we're hoping to give an opportunity for the people to see what one of our tours are down here at Old Newcastle. We offer a dinner tour along with the ghost tour. You have a nice scrumptious meal right here at the Arsenal, and then we take you on about a 35-minute tour through Old Newcastle. We allow you to use some of our ghost hunting equipment. We have some digital thermometers and infrared detectors. We have dowsing rods. We have electromagnetic meters, and we tell some ghost stories and have a good time while we're at it.
Okay, we are actually going to take part of the tour that is given here by Delaware Ghost Tours. And the reason that your screen is actually green is because we're shooting this tour using infrared, because one of the tools that the ghost hunter groups use to try and locate images and orbs, which Lou will describe, are recorded in infrared light. So we're using special equipment this evening and hopefully we'll be able to determine, or at least get a capture on video of one of the guests that remains unseen. We're going to be taking a walk down to the courthouse, and Lou's going to describe some of the things that we would normally talk about on the tour. So just follow us along, and Lou, talk to us a little bit about the courthouse.
Well, the courthouse, of course, was the seat of power during the Revolutionary War, as well as before that period of time. They did a lot of different things here. They had slave auctions here. They had any type of discouragement that you might have with a person. You would come here and it would be hashed out like you would in regular court today. And over the years, needless to say, there's been a lot of things that happened here. They sentenced people to death on the green area that's directly behind the courthouse. They had gallows and people did hang. They had stocks and people were put into them. So it was an extremely active area. There was a market built around it, and people would sell and trade here. So this was a real hub of activity.
That's the courthouse over there. Abbey Road. No, we usually sit in front of what are we used to do?
I just think it's a bottle.
Part of the tour consists of a story or two about the Terry House, which is a bed and breakfast now, and it's a circa 1860 building. Lou, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's a lot of people who have stayed at the Terry House say that they've had strange things happen inside of it, although it's not really confirmed by the lady who runs the place and owns it. She has said, although, that she believes that there is possibility that there could be a ghostly intruder. Some people say that they've heard a crying cat or dog inside the building when we know they don't have one. And there's an image that has appeared on occasion. It looks like somebody from the period of time of the pirates, kind of the curly black beard type atmosphere. He's been seen on several floors on occasions.
We're going to take a walk down a little bit further on. We're looking at a building in infrared right now, and tell us a little bit about this building.
Well, this is the Bank House. It's a very beautiful home. It's one of the nicer homes down here that I'd love to come by and look at. We've taken a lot of photographs of this down here in the evening, and we often get a large selection of orbs, sometimes green and orange, sometimes even what looks like even an image of somebody inside of it. I've given you some still shots that you can put up on the screen a little later on, and so some people can get an idea of what we're talking about.
And again, this is the bank building.
Bank House.
The Bank House. You have brought us to a very old cemetery. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, this is the cemetery that's sort of directly next to the arsenal. It's in the Episcopal Church here, and this is a very beautiful cemetery. They have a lot of the dignitaries that lived here in the past are buried here. I believe Gunny Bedford is here. I believe maybe even George Reed's son is buried here. This tombstones go back as far as the very late 1600s, and up to recently, about 2005, I've seen some numbers of people that are still being buried inside the cemetery. This is an area where we like to have an opportunity to take some photographs. We use the wands in here sometimes, and we pick up on some things. There's a friendly female spirit in here called Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you here tonight? This is Dr. Lou. Are you here? Good. Elizabeth, can I ask you to open my wands and ask you to spin my wands around to show that I'm speaking to you? Okay, now as you notice, I'm not shaking my hand or trying to make the wand move, all right? So you're a witness to that. Elizabeth, in front of me are two people standing, and then there's a person directly to my left. Could you point to the person to my left? Can you show me where you are at right now? And if I asked you, would you point to your location of your grave? Okay, now if you follow this rod directly ahead and we go straight across here, you'll see a big tombstone here that has a beacon on top of it. It looks like a pot. If you go directly to the right of that is Elizabeth's grave. You can see it from over here.
And we're walking now. This is actually the...
I'll take you around to it. This is part of the tour. We keep everybody on path. We don't allow people to go into the cemetery area itself. We are respectful of those that are here and the people who maintain this. I'm going to point directly to Elizabeth's grave. It is this large monument directly in front of the bigger monument that you see behind her. Elizabeth, would you be glad to point to your grave one more time for me with my wand? As you can see, she's pointing directly to that grave. Thank you, Elizabeth. And to go over to that grave marker, you'll see her name, Elizabeth. This is where we end the tours. We tell some stories in here, and people do get some very interesting results on photographs in here. To get orbs, some different colors, some fog. Sometimes you get a photograph that's a little very foggy, as though the ground was covered with fog when there's nothing here. And I hope that it's an enjoyable tour for everybody. We have a lot of people that repeat it. You'll have my website that they can go to, and a telephone number to call, and set up our dinner tours at the Delaware Ghost Tours, and come down and enjoy Old Newcastle and all the charm and all those things that are here.
Lou, I want to thank you for coming out tonight and spending some time and giving us kind of just a thumbnail sketch. There's a lot more involved in this tour, obviously, that we can't show just because of time constraints. How long does a tour normally last?
It's about 35 to 40 minutes after the dinner, and your dinner usually starts around 6:30. Most people are done somewhere around 7:30, quarter to 8, and then we start the tour somewhere around that period of time. We take tours up to 20 people, and children from 12 years old and up are available to be on tour. Anybody younger than that, we usually ask them not to, because they're a little disruptive.
And probably just a little bit scary sometimes, some of the things you run across.
Yes. We appreciate you coming out, and Delaware Ghost Tours is available also for ghost storytelling. We've been doing that where we come to people's homes and we spend about 45 minutes to an hour telling stories and using the ghost hunting equipment. It's been very popular, and it's going to get even more popular as we get closer to the time of season when haunted things happen.
And things go bump in the night. Again, Dr. Lou Demiri, Delaware Ghost Tours, and we're coming to you from Newcastle, Delaware. Give them a call or stop and check out their website for a very interesting way to spend an evening.